Hello, guys. Hello, my people. Nigerians, I greet everybody. It's unfortunate that Nigeria is going through a very terrible times. Nigeria as a country has never worked. Since 1960, people have not allowed Nigeria to work. And then when Nigeria is not working, it's going to be very, very difficult for people not to agitate. I don't understand. I don't know why Nigerian leaders, they are very effective when it comes to criminality. But when it comes to rendering services to people, they are nowhere to be found. For over my 40 years as a Nigerian, I have never experienced good roads, 24-hour electricity, or any social amenities like other countries in America and Europe. Like that Ghanaian pastor said, he said Nigerian leaders, they're only efficient at stealing as embezzlement, that they don't have the brain of business. And whenever they have the brain of business, they ruin that business, that investment from the beginning, because they collect like 20 to 30% upfront when they give out contracts. It's very unfortunate. Nigeria government, they are always effective. They are always excellent when it comes to manufacturing criminal activities for innocent souls. In 1962-1963, the government of Nnamdi Azikiwe and Alhaji Tafawa Balewa, they concocted and manufactured criminal activity for Chief Obafemi Awolowo. They sent him to prison. They arranged prison time for him for an offense he did not commit. It baffles my imagination. A government is supposed to protect its people. Awolowo was sent to prison for an offense he did not commit. I don't know which kind of country I can call Nigeria. They arranged a Yoruba judge to send him to prison. They arranged another Yoruba person to testify against him for an offense Chief Obafemi Awolowo did not commit. That Yoruba judge came out to say that his hands were tied, meaning that Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and Alhaji Tafawa Balewa mandated him, the judge, to send Awolowo to prison. People have never allowed Nigeria to work. I think President Buhari should know and should realize that Nigeria's civil war started from Yoruba land. When people met Awolowo's wife, when they convinced her to go and beg the power that be on behalf of her husband, she said she needed to take permission from her husband. And when she got to her husband in prison, her husband told her, if you have to go and kneel down to beg people so that they can release me, that means I committed that offense. There is no need to beg anybody, as I, Obafemi Awolowo, did not commit any offense. So Awolowo now told his wife that as God liveth, if he did not commit that treason offense for which he was sent to prison, that everybody that connived against him to send him to prison, that he will not meet them alive. And as God will have it, Awolowo did not meet all those people alive. That same thing goes to Sunday Igboho. Whatever Sunday Igboho is going through today, or what is going to go through, is one of the attributes of great men. Igboho is not a criminal. I'm very ashamed of Nigeria as a country. Igboho is not a criminal. Igboho has never asked any of his followers to kill anybody. He's only against injustice. He's only against criminality. And if the DSS if the DSS actually arranged criminality for Igboho by planting ammunition in his house or lying that he had the got ammunition or those rifles and etc. in his house, definitely, as God liveth, if Igboho should be sent to prison, he will not meet them alive. He will not meet those people alive. I don't know what kind of country we are. I don't know the kind of human beings are ruling Nigeria since 1960. If you look at those people who have been ruling Nigeria since 1979, all the Nigerian governors from 1979 or 1999 to date are not better than armed robbers. They are just hoodlums. I think it is a misnomer for anybody to say Nigeria is about number 20 in terms of ranking, in terms of corruption. I don't think there is any country in the world that is as corrupt as Nigeria. If APC and PDP are doing their presidential primaries, they must bribe delegates with dollars. During the 1999 PDP primaries, it was alleged that former President Jonathan bribed PDP delegates with dollars. The same goal we said in APC. Before General Buhari got the ticket, it was alleged that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu paid in dollars to delegates. So if we are doing that at that level, what is the hope for Nigeria? No country prospers on corruption. Individual can prosper on corruption. But there is no way Nigeria as a people, as a country, can prosper on corruption. It's so very unfortunate that our leaders don't have brains. The governors don't have brains. Even the Northern governors are a bit better. But most of Yoruba governors are not better. I don't think they have anything upstairs. The other time when there was crisis between the Hausas and the Fulani in Ibadan, the Fulani governors traveled all the way from the north to come and see to the welfare of the Hausa and Fulani community in Ibadan. They came to give them money, they came to give them assistance. But the Yoruba governors will never do that. They would rather prefer to sit out there to take money to Dubai to go and invest in other countries, to go and build houses in other countries. How many rooms can a human being sleep? I don't understand. And most of these people, they know how the Muslim bury the dead. They don't realize that the Muslims are passing a very good message, that we came to this world with nothing and we live with nothing. If you look at the burial of an average Muslim, they don't bury you with casket. They only bury you, they only cover you with clothes and throw you in there. I don't know, I don't understand. The first time I ever traveled out to Britain or courtesy of my elder brother, Basharun Babatunde, I remember when I go to London, I remember traveling in and outside London for 2 months without seeing an untarred road. And that is how it is in Europe and America. You travel thousands of miles without seeing an untarred road. You have 24/7 electricity. I don't know why Nigeria's case is different. Nigeria government is always, they have the capacity, the capability, the ability to organize criminality for people. But when it comes to efficiency, it's zero. If Nigeria government could arrange and organize to kidnap Kanu from Kenya, and also arrange to kidnap Igboho in Benin Republic. So I see no reason why up to today, Nigeria cannot conquer Boko Haram. Buhari should not forget that it was the soul of a single person that caused Boko Haram. It was because Nigeria police murdered the leader of Boko Haram, Yusuf, in their custody. That was the beginning of Boko Haram. I don't understand why the Yorubas are always on the receiving end. I watched with sadness sometimes ago when the Kenny Olubadan had an interview where he said the Danjuma, former General Theophilus Danjuma, and the former head of state, Murtala Muhammad, and some other guys, when they took the former head of state, General Guyi Rossi, and the governor of the Western region, Lieutenant Adekule, when they took them to Golgotha to slaughter them, they made Theophilus Danjuma was once the ADC to Aguiyi Rossi. He made his former boss and the head of state at that time, and Adekule Fajuyi, they naked them and made them to dig their grave. They made them to dig their grave and slaughter them and kill them. All these have been the beginning of Nigeria problem. When are we going to see solution? Abiola won an election. Instead of allowing him to rule, people like, what's the name of this guy? The former Senate President, David Mark, one of the criminal soldiers Nigeria has ever produced, said Abiola will never be president. He was one of those people that threatened General Babangida to annul that election. Abacha sent Abiola to prison, and when Abacha died, they gang up together and they agree and they pass death sentence on Abiola. Abiola was not allowed to come out alive. I also listened to a retired military officer who said that former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, ordered the killing and execution of MKO Abiola. Nigeria has never worked, and it's very glaring that it will never work. It will never work. It has never worked. People will never allow it to work. Nigeria is the only country in the world. When you join if you want to join the Nigerian police, you must know somebody. If you don't want to join the army, you must know somebody. If you want to join civil service, you must know somebody. And when you join, if you need promotion, you must know somebody. It's only in Nigeria you can spend 10 years on one rank. If you don't know anybody, you just be there. When you are supposed to spend 30 years, 35 years before you retire, and you spend 10 years on one rank. What kind of injustice is that? I don't think the Yorubas are asking for too much. The Igbos are not asking for too much. The Middle Belters are not asking for too much. The South people are not asking for too much. We are only asking for fairness. Nobody is asking Nigeria for any favor. Give her whatever is due to us. Yes, I agree that most of our people, most of our governors are even committing a lot of atrocities. But I believe the Yoruba will be better if we were alone. A lot of Yoruba governors since 1999 are not better than armed robbers. You can see that Oyenusi, that notorious Yoruba armed robber, during his time, used the gun to perpetrate evil, to take people's property at will. And Nene also did the same thing, used the gun to take people's property at will. Nigeria governors, especially those from Southwest, are not using the gun. They are using the instruments of power, instruments of government, to steal people's property, to commit a lot of atrocities. Today, most of them cannot give out contracts without collecting a certain percentage upfront. If they have to give out contract, it is either they give out contract to themselves, to their wives, or to their family. Today, everything Awolowo built has been destroyed. I remember when I was in the bank when I was in the bank as a young banker. Despite the fact that I was working in one of the least paying bank in Nigeria at that time, Indo-Nigerian Bank. In 2005, I bought, I think, 2 plots. That's one of I'm just trying to tell you, everybody, what Nigeria has got into. I bought 2 plots of land in Shogotedo. When I was taken to that place, I usually meet a man, the head of the family, who was a farmer in his farm. Inside the farm, you have a lot of is it coconut, is it cola nut, anything you can think of in that farm. It was a very thick bush. I bought 2 plots of land for less than 400,000 in Shogotedo Agaria. That was in 2005. In 2010, by 2010, that place has already opened up. By 2010, there was already a lot of building there. I think around 2006 or 2008, I think my wife bought 2 plots more. I think we at the end of the day we got like 5 plots of land. I decided to give one to my church. I was the chairman of the church at that time. The church was in Solo. The name of the church, I think, the name of the church is Word and Blood of Christ Church. I gave one to my church, and the church bought 2 more, making 3. The church started with the building and completed it. All of a sudden, the governor of Lagos State, former governor of Lagos State, Raji Fashola, came up. He decided to acquire the land. He sent a letter to the owners of the land in Shogotedo that the land has been acquired for Aja Development Association. Who are the Aja Development Association? Aja Development Association are his criminal friends. He said the land, that acres of land have been acquired for Aja Development Association. He gave the family a letter that the government will pay them, I think, 1 something million to relocate their shrine. My church already completed the building. I already started my own structure. There are a lot of mighty buildings there. Raji Fashola demolished all the houses. He acquired the land in 2010 and backdated the acquisition to 2008. I bought my land in 2005. So this is part of my humanity to man. It's not as if Fashola acquired that land to build university. It's not as if you acquired the land to build hospital. It's not as if you acquired the land to build recreation centers. What did the Fashola did? He decided to use the instrument of power, instrument of authority, to steal people's property for himself and his friends. That is pure robbery. So that is what most of Nigerian politicians are doing. Most of Nigerian politicians, majority of Nigerian politicians today are not better than armed robbers. I think 99% of them are not better than armed robbers. We must continue to enlighten ourselves. They don't want any good for the public. All they want is themselves alone. If she for Bafemi Awolowo were to be like them, Cocoa House will be his property. He never did that. With all our father, late Kayode Jakande did. How many buildings does he have? All those estates he built in Lagos. How many can we trace to him? The man had nothing. And he left with nothing. We will all live with nothing. Whether as a politician, whether as Bukola Saraki, whether as Bola Tinubu, whether as Ayo Fayose, whether as Fayemi, whether as Segun Oni, whether as Kwakonso, whether as Atiku Abubakar, whatever you acquire is nothing. Because by the time you leave, you cannot go with anything. We came to this world with nothing. We will live with nothing. We don't realize and we don't know that when we sleep, we are already dead. It is only by the grace of God that we wake up. Nigeria is in this. Nigeria has never worked, and it's not working. And it's not likely to work because people will never allow for fairness. Today, if you join the police, if you join the police or the army with somebody from the north, that is somebody from the north as a graduate, you join as cadet ESP. By the time that person from the north is already commissioner of police, you can still be a chief superintendent of police. And we are in one country. In other countries of the world, you don't need to know anybody. You don't need to pay bribe to anybody to get anything you want. Whenever you are entitled to it, you get it. Just pick your phone. Do whatever you are supposed to do officially. You get whatever you are supposed to get. But Nigeria case is different. I don't think there is any country that is as corrupt as Nigeria in the whole world, except we want to deceive ourselves. And we should stop deceiving ourselves. We should stop deceiving ourselves. Whatever Igbo is going through, or whatever is going to go through, by the grace of God, it will come out alive. It will not die there. That is one of the characteristics, one of the evil, if I may call it, that people who fight for other people will always go through. This is a trying time for him. This is a trying time for Yoruba people. I know some people are happy that yes, he's been arrested. That he has been arrested does not mean that peace has been arrested. I watched Governor of your state, Seyi Makinde. People were going to people in uniform went to I think Barapa, your state, to kill people. They keep one pregnant woman and some other people. Seyi Makinde came out and was saying they were custom officers. Custom officers, they have the right to be killing people for no just cause, for no reason. They enter the village without any. Even they are pursuing smugglers. When you are pursuing smugglers, you must start killing people. Very unseasonable. So when they kill people, what did they recover? After killing so many people, what did they recover? What did they recover? I don't know why the Nigerian government is used to criminality. I don't understand. It baffles my imagination. It baffles my imagination. Self-determination is not a crime. Igboho has never committed a crime. So self-determination is not a crime. Gumi in the north is busy negotiating on behalf of bandits, collecting money on their behalf. Telling the government this is the price they need, this is what they want, this is how much they want. It's meeting them. Even with security forces, is going to the bush to meet bandits, to negotiate with bandits. And Nigeria security agents are shamelessly following him into the bush to negotiate. It's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Whether we like it or not, this is not the end of the agitation. Because the agitation will not die if people do not do the right thing. If people do not do the right thing, the agitation will not die. If you are busy shortchanging other parts of the country, what was the reason for the civil war? What was the reason for the civil war? The reason for the civil war is still here with us. We are still going through the same thing. Despite that the civil war ended about 50 years ago, Nigeria is still in civil war. I listened to an emir in the north saying no Igbo man will ever be president of Nigeria. So if they can never be president, as a Yoruba man, it does not care. I do not care who becomes the president. All I care for is good governance. So if you are saying with your shameless mouth that no Igbo man will ever be president of Nigeria, so must you continue to force them? So why should they continue to be part of Nigeria? Almost all the military schools are in the north. Every strategic military equipment, military organization is in the north. You cannot get anything without to know anybody. Is that a country? Is that a country we should be proud of? A country where almost every political office holder is an armed robber. Where almost every political office holder is a thief. Where somebody will sit down in CBN and just allocate foreign currency to somebody, and that person will in exchange go and sell it to one man and becomes billionaire overnight. Is that a country? It's very unfortunate. This is Nigeria problem is man-made. It's man-made. The other time, what's his name? The Senate president is saying Nigeria is poor. Nigeria is poor. How much? He said, how much is your salary in a month? It's very unfortunate. I want to say, by the grace of God, Chief Sunday Igboho will not die in this crisis. Everybody's life belongs to God. It will come out alive. And if Nigeria government if it's true that Nigeria government arranged criminality for him by planting arms and ammunition in his house, by the grace of God, those who did it, everybody that knew about it, even if he's sent to prison, he will not meet them alive as God liveth. This is not the end of the agitation. What can bring an end to any agitation like this is good governance and fairness. As a Yoruba man, I don't think Yorubas are asking for too much. All we are asking for is fairness and good governance. Fairness in all spheres of governance. That is it. Thank you so much. Nigeria as a country has institutionalized corruption. In 2015, not 2019, in 2015, when President Jonathan contested the primaries of PDP, it was alleged himself and others to have bribed PDP delegates with dollars, the envelope dollars for them, before he could be nominated. Same thing goes for Buhari. Asiwaju Tinubu was said to have enveloped dollars on behalf of the president in order to make sure that the president was nominated. In 2019, when former Vice President Atiku Abubakar contested the primaries of PDP in Rivers State, in Port Harcourt, he also was able to grab the presidential candidature of PDP because he was able to pay more dollars than Tabua, Sharaki, and others. So this is the kind of country where Nigeria is, where we are in. So if people are bribing their way to become president, so what do we expect when they become president? Even when the current president was nominated again in 2019, it was still the same story. So it was the same story. So corruption in Nigeria is an institution on its own. So it's I don't think there is any part of the or any arm of the government in Nigeria that is not corrupt. You see executive, judiciary, legislature, or you go to civil service, or the military, or the police. So I don't know how Nigeria as a country can prosper with this kind of manifestation of corruption at high places. So I don't think people are agitating. They are not agitating for nothing. They have every reason to continue to agitate. Today, most of the people the president is working with, they are from his ethnic group. They are from his ethnic groups. And when his Fulani ethnic groups commit crime, it's like the police, they can't do anything. If they are arrested, they have to be released. Nigeria, as it is such in a very terrible situation.